The life sciences industry, which along with the healthcare industry, is at the forefront of leading the battle against COVID-19, has had to relook at the way it performs many of its major functions. The constraints imposed by the need to maintain social distancing has provided a much needed impetus to many ideas that were so far considered experimental but are now becoming mainstream. We analyze these changes along the dimensions of longevity and acceleration. Let's look at the R&D side first. One of the most crucial elements of the drug development lifecycle, clinical trials, has been impacted severely by the pandemic. The restrictions imposed due to lockdown in almost all parts of the world and apprehension with mobility has hampered both sides of the clinical trials paradigm. On the one hand, reduced enrollment or acceptance from patients for participation, and on the other, reduced capacity driven by reduced staffing. The extraneous situation is currently being managed through adoption of programs hitherto considered experimental, such as virtual trials or decentralized trials, including safety audits, inspections, etc., enhanced use of RWD for recruitment. While these methods are ensuring that trials do go on, we believe that a lot of change management as well as infrastructure setup will need to be done for it to become the predominant mode of conducting trials. We believe that this trend will decelerate as the threat of the infection subsides and a hybrid model will emerge. While medical supplies are currently being delivered to patients directly, the trend could be short-lived. Adoption of data analytics to drive patient recruitment and other trial operations was anyways on the rise and will continue to see steady acceleration. Now let's move on to the commercial side. While there has been significant evolution industry-wide on the adoption of technology, the pace of progress has been gradual and measured. The growing pandemic has now made the use of digital channels a necessity, especially since face-to-face detailing is no longer an option. Digital engagement, whether it's remote video, email, messaging, are likely to partially replace the already declining field force interactions with the HCPs in the long term. Similarly, many pharma companies are already benefiting from specific personalization technologies that enable both compliant and impactful digital interactions with patients. The push for usage of such models are likely to be accelerated. The pandemic has also shown that centralized and often outsourced functions were able to maintain business as usual better than distributed brand-wise teams. The move towards centralized and partially automated hubs are expected to be important priorities for companies world over. Increased patient assistance programs, mostly financial aids, would probably remain a temporarily accelerated phenomenon. Our conversation with pharmacies has also revealed that medication adherence has increased substantially during the pandemic, as patients look to reduce the effects of comorbidities and improve immunity. Life sciences companies in the long term would concentrate on development of innovative adherence programs to ensure better patient outcomes. In summary, we believe that the pandemic has forced companies to think digital first across all major functions, and along with partners like Indegene, are perfecting models that will not only support business during these times, but position themselves at the vanguard of shaping customer experiences in the new normal. Thank you.